Hi everyone, Swanky Markets with the outlook for Wednesday, the 23rd of June. Well, the UK budget came out, and as soon as Mr. Osborne sat down, the pound rallied. They liked the budget. We had a nice move down all morning, and as I said last night, do not take a pound trade before this budget is announced. I did. I had some nice pips. I added to a trade I had in yesterday, and now I'm out of them. Then this evening it came down again, but not quite, but it did come down. And where did it ping? Right off 148.50 right here. I showed you this level before. Now it is now not far off 14775 again. So we'll just have to see. I'll talk more about that in the pound analysis. The CAD is fighting the Russians again. As we know, the Russians have added the CAD to their arsenal, and I'm hoping this gets all the way down to parity. And then tomorrow, lots of news around London Open tomorrow. Look at your calendars, big GBP news also. Then tomorrow night we have the FOMC announcement. So tomorrow could be after London session kind of quietens down, 11 a.m. GMT, it could quieten down. It may get very quiet. It will definitely get quiet after the new home sales report, American, out tomorrow. The Fed have been dropping massive hints that they are going to rise rates very soon. Now, they are not expected to do it tomorrow, but you never know. The market will move on this. If the Fed raise their rates, the dollar index will go to the roof. But the last 2-3 weeks they have been dropping a lot of hints, like they're not going to wait for the employment situation to stabilize or anything before they raise rates. It's doubtful they'll raise them tomorrow, but like I said, you'll never know. The market will move. Check your calendars for your local time of that is out wherever you are in the world. So on to tomorrow. Also tomorrow, watch the yens. Alright, so we got the pound dollar price closed below our 14775 last night, and if we go down to the 1 hour, 14775, and then price came back up and tested it to the pip right there, 14775, and then went up and fell 88 pips. Nice trade. Then of course the budget, Osborne was speaking through these calendars. He sat down, bang, up it went, and now it's fallen down a bit. So let's have a look on the daily. So what do I think about this? Well, if we close below 14775, then I would be a little bit thinking hopeful this is going to go further south and look to short off that again tomorrow. The budget has been well received by the markets, but why wouldn't it be? It's a tax budget to help reduce the debt, so of course the markets are going to like it. It is being well received, so I'm really thinking I'm going to leave this pair tomorrow. There's lots of GBP news tomorrow. Look at your calendars. Stocks are pointing down, MACD is down, but the Bollinger Bands are wide open. I'm just going to leave this pair tomorrow. I'd advise you to do the same. This is on the euro, retesting the monthly 200 EMA again. I really want this to close tonight below 122.54. If we get a close below 122.54 and we get a close below this trend line, a retest of this trend line stroke to 200 EMA monthly would be good for further southbound. However, if we do not close below this 122.54 tonight, I will probably leave this pair also alone tomorrow. I will look on the 1 hour. I will think on my feet. Stocks are down. MACD, these BBs are starting to turn. We'll have to see where they close. MACD's down. But I'd really want to see a daily break of this and a retest to short. But I will go to my 1 hour, and as you can see, we're in this. This is called a bearish channel. It's also known as a bullish flag. So we're getting a few mixed signals. Even though I am bearish and I am going down on this, I'm just going to wait, until price breaks and set the trap. Don't rush. If a trade isn't there, do not make one happen. Alright, and do not place a forward order on this pair tomorrow. The Swissy, well, if the euro is going down, Swissy's going up. We got to see what way the SMB do. But this might come back down to 10887. That's what I'm looking for. It may go back up to 11200. Not quite sure. So again, I'm leaving this out. And another pair I'm staying out of is the Aussie. The Aussie now is trapped below the 200 EMA on the daily, and as we can see, there's all these 55s. This is I think this is a monthly 55, daily 55. So I'm just going to leave this pair a little bit tomorrow, and not 100% confident. Also, the Russians are rumored to have added this to their basket, so we should be seeing Aussie strength here. But price is just a little bit trapped. I'm going to think on my feet with it tomorrow, and See what happens. The US dollar CAD, the Russians are buying this also. We know that they are. So I'm looking to short here down to parity. I have gone in this short a fair few times last week. Got some nice pips. Got my last third taken out of break even. So where am I looking to get in? Well, if we get back up here to 10400, I'll be all over this. It would be a great place to get in. Price is fighting to get through the 38.2 of the fib. It is on the daily. It is spiking through now, and we'll have to see where it closes. 10400 is also 50% of the fib here, so that is a good level. Previous support and resistance. That is where I would look to go short up here. Now, good news came out about the CAD today, and yet again it has gone up. It doesn't make any sense at all. The US dollar yen, if you haven't got in this, you've missed the boat. You just have to wait for a new setup on the US dollar yen here. Just if you haven't got over this, I've tried. I can only take a horse to water. It's up to you to pull the trigger. So yeah, euro yen. I don't know if anybody caught this 4 hour today. We know we're in a 4 hour pennant. Price broke, retested, down it went 100 pips. It's also forming on the daily. Well, we know it's on the daily, but this looks like it's going to close below. So where would you get in if this closes below? Well, obviously 111.86 is a good level, but what about price? May not get back up there. Look to the 1 hour for clues. What you're going to look for is you're going to look for a trend line break, previous support and resistance, but this is looking very bearish. So 111.86, I'd have a sell order there just in case you get a spike up, but look to the 1 hour. Now if our wick is less than 30% of our 20% of our candle, put an order 20 pips below, put an order at 50%, and you could do the NPB method. Obviously if you get filled at 50%, you'll take that rather than down here, because you get in at a short higher up. So look at that. The Aussie dollar yen looks like it's going to break this trend line here, which is great today. We do have this other trend line here, but should we get a break of this? 4 hour pennant broke today. It retested a while ago. It retested just an hour ago. It's up 17 pips now. I don't know if anybody is keeping an eye on these, what I'm saying, but these are here every night, and now we have this other trend line to break on the 4 hour. So should this 4 hour trend line break here, get in on a retest. Otherwise, if you're going to trade off the daily, if you have jobs, then what you would look for is a standard pullback and retest. And you can see it's been rejected by the 50% fib. There's also that this is I think this is a weekly no, it's a 4 hour 365. You got the daily 200. You got the daily 55. I think this is a 4 hour 55. All here rejecting price. Price is pulling away south. Stocks are further down on the daily, and MACD's lower lows. So wait for a pullback. Pullback to 79.87 would be excellent. However, fib this candle, look for 50%. You might only get in, which isn't far off, so you could take it there as well. Where are we now? We're now at the euro pound. This is also broken down. Finally some movement. Look for a pullback to 83.30 tomorrow. Also this level is also the 4 hour 55 EMA. A 50% pullback would be around 83.20. So 83.20, 83.30, that is where you look to get in. Could be good for 100 pips. Pound yen. Finally, pound yen. Stocks, well, this has tried to close outside this trend line today. Also fell if we go to the 4 hour. This was good for 100 pips. Osborne's budget. And came back down again. So where would you look to get in on this? Let me see. Okay. Keep an eye on the daily chart and where it closes. Okay, it is fighting to close below. You can see it's fighting. If it closes below this trend line here, I'd ideally like it to close below the 38.2. Then it is going to go. If it does do that, it is going to go. It's tried 3 times to get up, faked us out, it is going to go if it closes below here. So look for a pullback, 34.30, to short this if we close below here. That is where I would, or else to pull back to this downtrend line here. That is what I would do. I will be watching this very closely tomorrow. Euro CAD If we get back up here, if we get back up here to 128.30 area, if we get back up 128.30, I'll also be looking at 127.40 back up there. I'll be looking to short that as well. So that's it for tomorrow. FOMC, be very careful. Talk to you tomorrow night.